Chapter 15 The Relapse. Watch this cookie frozen up here. Wow, you guys have good aim. Especially you, Kia. I think there's more of that to come, so... Eyes behind barricade. Oh yeah, you should read Rose the Sweet Temptation. It inspired part of this. How much did you hear? Every word. This spoke proud between trees. You were eavesdropping? He ignored her question and turned away. You never pretend on falling in love with me, did you? It was all just the business, do you? But wasn't it you? To be, it wasn't. The look he was giving her now made her shudder in horror terror. But she should wings back something like beat out face. How would you? Would you? Discord, I never said you're right. I'm just an evil monster who's kept you prisoner. You're not a monster. I thought you were different. I thought you understood. Discord, I do understand. Yeah, you never wanted to marry me. All you ever thought about was your friends. He said that, and that were as if it were poisoned. She scowled. I had no choice. You were going to kill the princesses. The Draconicus was taken aback. Kill? Kill? What, you thought I was going to kill the princesses? Like water was planted? But you said, so I exaggerated a bit. But you actually thought I would do such a thing? Sasha still quivered. I'm sorry. He turned away again. You don't have to say it. He felt betrayed. The one friend he had ever had, who he had thought to be different, was just like all the rest. Fluttershy was devastated. His first summer as Sarah was had him. She had to make amends, but what could she do? Unlike Discord, she could not make things better with a wave for her hand, or hoof, as the case was. She didn't know where to start. Discord, if you just listen to me, I shall do you never care for me, he growled. You're just jolly, weren't you? Praying that your friends would come and rescue, weren't you? Is that why you wanted them here? Discord, please. Those things I said, I didn't mean any of it. So, don't feel like a prisoner? So you do want to marry me tomorrow? Actually, so you can't just agree so you can see your friends. So you do love me. She hung her head shame. I do care for you, but you don't love me. Tear down her cheek. No. He stepped toward the bed, his arms crossed. No, how could you? I'm just a big bad Draconicus who forced you to marriage. Discord, I didn't. My friends, I can't believe it. After everything I've done for you, you still bet them over me. Well, dear, you're right about one thing. Fluttershy gasped as he marched her into the air by the ring, bringing them face to face. You have no say in the matter. Love me or not, you will be mine. For the first time in weeks, she was truly afraid of him, but she tried to be brave. And I have no argument over that. But Discord, you have to stand by and said those things because I panicked. I was afraid of what my friends would think, and I didn't know you were listening. You shouldn't have been listening. Still, it was no excuse for my insensitivity. She squealed as he dropped her to the floor and turned away. Why did she not love him? Why did she still listen to his poems? Those poems had ruined everything. Wait, he thought, because it turned in his brain. Those poems. He chuckled darkly to himself. Oh, my poor naive Fluttershy. He now turned to pick her up. Forgive me for being so brash, my sweet. I don't blame you. Fluttershy blinked at him in confusion. You don't? Oh no, you're not at fault here. You've just fallen victim to real monsters here. Those nasty friends of yours. He flew out of his arms in a huff. My friends aren't nasty. He chuckled again, patting her on the head. Of course, you say that, naive as you are. Naive? Oh, don't take it personally, my dear. You just fail to see the truth that's right in front of you. He ran a finger under her chin. But don't worry, darling. We'll fix that. Something about his tone alarmed her. Her heart was racing as his face drew closer. Her head telling her turn. Now listen here, my dear. I have made you happy, right? She nodded slowly. Yes. I've treated you well, have I not? You have. I've comforted you, gone on my word to make you smile, and grant your every wish, yes? That is correct. And in all of that, have I ever hurt you intentionally? No, not really. But see? No, I'm not a monster. You're not a monster. Yes. She shivered as he caressed her cheek. I'm your only real friend here. Those ponies out there. He turned his head to his door. They don't understand how happy we are. How happy we could be. Fluttershy was growing suspicious. What are you? She tried off as he began stroking her mane. As usual, his tender touch shut down her senses. But something about this touch was especially mesmerizing. But all she thought about was how much she was enjoying it. Disco grinned mischievously, seeing that it was working, but he had a long way to go. He laid his free hand on her shoulder. I want you, Fluttershy, he whispered. I want you by my side for all eternity. Not just because we made a deal. I don't want just anywhere. I want you. She tried to say something, but all that came out was, huh? Oh, don't stop playing games, my dear. I know that deep down, this is what you want. What? She snapped at her transfer moment, but sank back into it as he ran his claw down her spine. Picture it, my dear. You, sitting on a glorious throne, with a majestic crown in your radiant head, overlooking a world of chaos. Fluttershy shook her head. World of chaos? Oops, what did you say? He quickly moved her behind her, massaging her shoulders, mesmerizing her again. She was never easily manipulated, and he hated doing this, but he had to help her see the truth. A simple touch would not be enough. He had to do the full temptation. He had to think of something to learn, something she would not be able to resist. Yes, he improvised. The world will be at your disposal, my sweet. I can offer you the one thing you've always desired. Her eyes opened wide. Seeing that he had gotten her attention, he turned her head so their gaze was locked. Love, he whispered. Fluttershy stared into his eyes, unable to blink. What? He nodded. I love you. You do? That's right, my dear. At that moment, his eyes transformed to hypnotic spirals. You don't need your friends. All we need is each other. We'll be together forever. For all eternity. Together. Forever. For all eternity. She repeated. Yes. He chuckled. So what do you say, my dear? Will you be my queen of chaos? Fluttershy showed no resistance as her eyes changed to match his. Yes, my love, she said mechanically. Meanwhile, every pony aside from the Apple sisters was sitting in the main hall, wondering what to do. Rainbow Dash was the first to break the silence. Fluttershy's been there an awfully long time. Should we see if she's alright? We should let her be, Charlie sighed. Maybe we're too harsh on her. I suppose we did get a little carried away, Pretty mused. I was actually pretty upset too, Spike added. I'm going to check on her. I'm not sure that's a good idea, Charlie warned. Look, I understand why Fluttershy's upset, but Applejack just blew us off for no reason. You don't seem like this. Well, okay, go ahead. I'm checking on Fluttershy, Rainbow insisted. No pony had any objection as the dragon and Pegasus went in opposite directions. Rainbow was about to knock on the door when she heard voices. It didn't take long to figure out who they belonged to. What's this girl doing in Fluttershy's room? She assumed the worst, but stopped herself from breaking down the door. Instead, she opened it slowly and quietly peeked inside. Her jaw dropped at what she saw. The Draconicos had its arms around Fluttershy, both their eyes filled with spirals. There was no doubt what was happening. Now, Disco said, pulling his claw on her chin, you'll go up there and tell those ponies in this place and never come back. Rainbow burst into a surprise from the Draconicos. I knew it! This isn't what it looks like. You monster! She charged towards him, but Disco was quick as some of the brick wall for her to step into. What's going on in there? Flysparkle called, appearing in the doorway. She gasped and saw the blue Pegasus lying unconscious on a pile of newly fallen bricks. Rainbow! What, Twilight? Her said, still under Disco's influence. I want you to leave this place and never come back. The Alton looked up in horror, seeing the spirals in her friend's eyes. She growled at Draconicos. What did you do to her? I talked so sensitive to her, he answered, stroking his fiancée possessively. I simply explained to her how you ponies have poisoned her mind with such prejudice and that she doesn't need any nasty friends like you. Isn't that right, dear? Yes, my love, Fluttershy uttered. You fiend! Twilight cried, stopping her hoof. I should have known this was all a trick. You're in for it now. Disco laughed maniacally. What can you do to me, dear? You don't have to have this harm of you. And even if you did, you need all six elements to make spell work. And I don't think my fiancés wouldn't turn me to stone. Are you, my dear? No, my love. Maybe I can't turn you to stone, Dad grunted, but that doesn't mean I can't show you world pain. Her arm glowed, preparing the fire. Disco simply yawned and turned her phone into a candy cane. Oh yes, he chuckled. Much fire to just take it away. Smarty was slowly gaining consciousness and lifting herself up. You jerk. I'm gonna... You're gonna what? Try to hit me again? He shook his head. Dashy, don't you know hitting other creatures is wrong? Some point needs a timeout. The blue Pegasus got her as she was thrown across the main hall into a stool in the corner. A tall cone head labeled Dots appeared in her head. Ready, Pinky, Sweetbell, and Scooby gasped. Hey! Pegasus Flea cried out with her confidence. You can't do that in Rainbow Dash! Shoot that the hooves. Put him up, you big bully! Yeah! Sweetbell shouted, covering her friend's gesture. Oh, you want to fight, huh? Jessica said with a tinge of amusement. Alright. Fight! With a snap of his fingers, the two fillies found themselves in a wrestling ring. Scooby was all red with boxing gloves of the same color, and Sweetbell was blue, also with gloves. Ooh! Pinky shrieked. I love this game! She raced into the corner of the ring and pressed a giant button, causing Scootaloo to punch Sweetbell in the face. Hey! The lad cried. Sorry, I can't control it. Pinky! Raised Squid in terror. She jumped to the ring and tried to take her sister away, but she was stuck in place. Oh yeah! The dragon cheered. Discord is back, baby! Discord made a charge for me, only to have her wings turned into paper. Quit it! She screamed, collapsing to the floor. Applejack, Applebloom, and Spikehead heard the commotion and guessed as they entered the main hall. What in the... Applejack exclaimed. Discord! Why, hello there, Applejack! The Jacanicus waved. Come to join the party! He yelled as Applebloom his like, you leave my friends alone! She yelled through her teeth. Hey, get off! He commanded, flying through the air and trying to shake her off. Why, you little... He then had an idea and snapped his fingers, causing Applebloom's kingdom mark to disappear. Hey, I just got that! She cried. She realized too late that in saying that, she had let go of Discord's leg. She screamed as she fell to the ground. Flashlight, who had been falling on the sidelines, heard this scream and shook out of her trance. Applebloom? She gasped as she saw the filly plummeting to her doom. Applejack rushed to catch her. Don't worry, Applebloom, I got you. She didn't have to, for Flashlight flew into nosedive and swept the filly into her arms before she hit the marble floor. Flashlight, you're back! Twilight exclaimed. What happened? She pegged his legs as she set Applebloom down. Then she gazed at her surroundings, mortified. Applebloom was a blank flame. Sweetbell and Skillo had become a giant version of Rock'em Sock'em ponies. Rainbow was Goto's in the corner, and Twilight looked like a bad nightmare not accustomed. Flashlight turned to Discord, who was shocked to see her awake. What? She stammered. What's going on? Jacanicus desperately threw up his hands. Sweetheart, I can't explain. You cast a spell on me? He bit his lip. Well, maybe a little. She fluffed his face. I trusted you. I thought you were my friend. I am your friend. Yet you broke your promise. She gestured domesticated. You said you would do this anymore. Technically, I didn't break any promise. I said I would confine my magic within the bounds of the property bestowed upon me. And oh, would you look at that? We're in that property right now. But you cast a spell on me, she shouted angrily. I can't believe you tried to trick me to loving you. What would you work, obviously? I mean, how did you broke my spell without magic? He looked at her with admiration. For some reason, that makes it even more attractive to you. He moved his claw to her face, only to have slipped away. Seriously? After cheating me and what you did to my friends, you still expect me to like you? She shook her head. I was right about you all along. You are a monster. The last word pierced his heart like a sword. Darling, please. She crossed her hooves and turned away from him. Don't call me that. At that moment, something inside the Draconicus snapped. He gritted his teeth at the Pegasus. So a monster, huh? He growled. So be it then. But you're still mine. Flashlight screamed as the rope wrapped his neck around her body, tying her to a chair. The chair flew into the corner up the Rainbow Dash. Fluttershy! Edmund cried. Discord, let me go. The The Alpacas demanded. The man struck out the rope. The Jaconca's chuckled darkly, running a finger under her chin. So sorry to have to do this to you, my dear, but it's as you said. You have no say in the matter. He recalled as a piece of wood hit him in the back of the head. It was a leg of the stool that had chopped Rainbow Dash. It was now hovering above his said stool still stuck to the rear. The leg, however, had been thrown by Applejack. Get away from her, you varmint! Disco rolled his eyes. Do you mind? I'm in the middle of a conversation here. He snapped his fingers, transforming Applejack into a giant bucket of actual Applejacks. Evelyn shrieked. That does it! Picking on my friends and taking my kingdom is one thing, but no one, I repeat, no one touches my sister. Disco only yawned and snapped his fingers again. Suddenly, Sleeper and Skill were back to normal selves, but tied up with Amber Bloom. Hey, what gives? Skill demanded. Oh, Fluttershy, the Jaconca said in a sing-song voice. I'll do 3 kisses out of you. You're crazy, Evelyn shouted. Oh, shut up. He zipped all the mouths closed. You beast, Ernie cried, chuckling towards him. With another snap of his fingers, the Euchre's hair turned green. He made a mirror appear in front of her so she could see. Ah! She screamed. Not again. Hey! He cried, finally pulling away from her walkie-talkie again. Leave her alone. In a flash, Pinkie got a new hairdo as well. Her cotton candy colored hair now actual cotton candy. She yelled at first, but then chewed on the pinkies. She said. Pinkie, stop in your hair and help me take this punk down. Rainbow commented in her eyes at Discord. I ought to pass you to jerk cider. Another snap of fingers caused cider to dump onto her head. Then with a laugh, Discord stuffed in her cider mug. Flush, Discord, stop it. Flush, I pleaded. Why are you doing this? Isn't it obvious, my dear? He smirked, lowering his head toward her. I'm teaching these points a lesson on what happens when they match with the Lord of Chaos. He reached out his claw and caressed her face, only to have her jerk her head away. What do you want from me? She demanded, her eyes tearing up. You, he whispered lowly. I want you to be my queen of chaos. No, never. Have it your way. He gathered the remaining ponies and Spike in the wrestling ring, steel walls rising high above them. Disco teleported himself and Fluttershy over the group as the walls started closing in on them. Rainbow was still stuck in the mug, and Twilight Twins were still paper, making it impossible for them to escape. Fluttershy could not take it anymore. No, please, stop. Don't hurt them. She hung her head. I'll do anything. Disco cupped his ear. What was that? Didn't hear you off the screaming ponies. I'll do anything, she shouted. He gave her a slight grin. Anything? She breathed. It's me you want. Lead them out of it. No, Fluttershy, Twilight called. Don't do it. It's the only way, Twilight. She turned back to the Jaconicas. I'll marry you. I'll be your wife. Your queen. I will never resist you again. I will do whatever you want. And I will fight against it. Everything will be exactly the way you want. If you would just spare me, please. Cross my heart and hope to fly. Stick a cupcake in my eye. No! Pinkie cried. Not the pinky promise. Please, just leave them alone. Disco stared at her, searching for any sign of trickery, but found none. He chuckled throatily. That's better. He snapped his fingers, stopping the walls from moving and undoing the rope. Although, he said, stroking his beard, I need some sort of proof that you'll hold to your word. Oh my, Fluttershy started to say, but he stopped her as he lifted her chin. How about another kiss? Another kiss? Rainbow exclaimed. The other Pegasus was frozen in place. They would have fallen had Disco not wrapped his arms around her. In front of Blazing at her. You said you wouldn't resist. Defeated, she closed her eyes as he leaned towards her. Down below, the ponies were trying to free Rainbow Dash. Twilight already pulled on the plane in the mug. Pinkie pulled on the Pegasus' head. Just as Disco's lips were inches away from Fluttershy's, the mug came over the pop, causing Rainbow to land on Pinkie. She quickly recovered and darted upward. Don't you dare touch her! She shouted. Disco moved away from his surprise and narrowed his eyes at Rainbow. You know, I've had just about enough of your birds and ponies. He raised his clawing claw, ready to strike. Fluttershy gasped. Rainbow, Disco, don't! But neither can stop what they were doing. Promise no promise. She cannot let her friend get hurt. Without a second thought, she pushed Rainbow out the way of Disco's blow. Fluttershy cried out as she was thrown across the room and smashed against the wall. Disco gasped when she saw who he had struck. Oh, no, he muttered. He rushed to his beloved as she stood to the floor. Flasheye, are you? She tried to push her repeat herself. Oh no, please no. He knelt down her. Please don't cry, please. Flasheye, I didn't make. She moved her hoods away from her face, revealing her big, tear-filled eyes. The look she gave him, this look filled with so much fear and horror, killed him. Flasheye, don't look at me that way. He reached his paw towards her. She flushed and hid her face again, curling into a shivering ball, but the look she had given him still lingered. He gazed down at her and then at his hands. What have I done? He said under his breath. His anger had driven so far that he had heard the only thing he had ever loved. After swearing afterward otherwise, he knew from that look what he had done was unforgivable. She would never love him now. Even if she did marry him, she would never look at him the same way, nor smile for him ever again, and would be miserable the rest of her days. He looked at his beloved Flasheye as she burst into tears. He wanted her more than anything in the world, but not like this. Discord turned away from her and hung his head. A light emanated from his chest, restoring the pawns to their normal selves and releasing them from their prisons. Three fellows rushed to embrace their sisters. Flasheye looked out from her hooves, surprised and confused. The Draconicus walked sadly to the farthest corner of the room and sat down. Get out, he grunted. The ponies did not argue and raced out the door. Flasheye rose and cautiously approached Discord. That includes you. She stopped in her tracks. What? He looked down as the chain or ring flanged from around her neck. I will release you, he said without turning around. You're no longer bound to me. Flasheye was more confused than ever. You're letting me go? Yes! Now go, before I change my mind. But, Discord, are you deaf? He battled, running his head around angrily. I said go! She squeaked and ran to the door, sending Applejack waiting for her. In the blast, the castle had returned to the ground, and the force field had diminished, making it easier for them all to leave. Before she crossed the bridge, she remembered her enemies and went back for them. She told them she would spend everything later, but they had to leave now. Once they were on the other side of the gorge, Flasheye looked back at the castle. Her head told her to run as far away from the place as possible, but her heart compelled her to stay. Flasheye, come on! Twilight shouted from ahead. I'm coming! Flasheye called back. She glanced at the castle one last time, and then went after her friends. She did not see the Draconicus in the tower or window. Discord watched her go until she was out of sight. He buried his face in his hands. The Zebra's words made sense now. He could not keep her locked in his castle forever. He loved her too much. That's why he had to let her go. He was a fool to believe that she could ever be happy with him. For who could ever love a monster? It's not over yet, but you know in all Beyond the Beast versions, something happens restoring the beast on your goal. I suppose it could have been less dramatic, but just have it in armor on. Okay, hit me with your best shot.